Well folks, welcome back. We've got another sherry bomb today. You guys are so lucky. We've got the Glenallachie 10 cask strength batch 3. Let's check it out. Okay folks, today I thought this was going to be really straightforward, dead simple video, beautiful sherry dram to review. Whiskey doesn't turn out that way. The more I get into this, it's wonderful stuff which I'm going to come on to later, but I've decided just, if you hang in towards the end guys, I've got a little comparison with it, so I'm going to compare it to something else which I've found really hard to split, so I'm going to try and split them, but I'm going to crack on with this one first, and then I'll tell you all about this Glenallachie 10 cask strength batch 3, this sherry monster, and then we'll discuss the others. But okay, without any further ado guys, Glenallachie batch 3. I also have the batch 2, got the batch 2, and I've got the hold of the batch 1. I have reviewed the batch 1 guys, so I may pop a little link to that later on, but this is different because these two are matured predominantly in ex-bourbon casks. This one's completely different. It's got a mix of ex-bourbon casks. It's first fill and second fill bourbon. It's got a PX puncheon, and it's got some Oloroso casks. And I believe there's even some virgin oak in there as well. So there's a whole mix of, but there's quite a bit of sherry in it guys, as you can see by the look at it. It's that beautiful colour. It's got that lovely red hue again. It's almost like a real dark copper. It's almost bordering on mahogany. It's that dark, it's nice dark colour. As you can see, it's been sitting in the glass for, I've had it poured for about half an hour. I had a couple of drams earlier of it. It's been looked after by my trusty coin, number 92 today. So set that back there for a bit. Yeah, Glenallachie, it's Billy Walker again, man. I love the man. Billy Walker and his team took over Glenallachie in 2017. Recently just been voted Whisky Distillery of the Year. It's all going on at Glenallachie. Wonderful stuff coming out. Lots of different whisky, lots of different mixes, different cask types, single casks. All sorts of stuff going on. Brand new core range. It's all going on at Glenallachie. So, Glenallachie, built in 1967. It's not had much of a history. It was all pretty much done into blends until Billy and his team took over. But that's all changed now. This, just to give you an idea, it's just recently opened its first visitors to Glenallachie. It's never had a visitor centre before, so that's new now. So it's all going on there at Glenallachie. So anyway, enough about the distillery. Let's get on with the whiskey. So I'm going to nose it, taste it, give it a score. Wow. So just on this whiskey, as I say, it's that beautiful mahogany colour. Nice little red hue again in there. Pinky red. Really dark. Beautiful. On the nose, it's lots and lots of dark chocolate. If you like dark chocolate in a whiskey, then this is a cert for you. Lots of raisins. Wow. Yeah, just dark chocolate all over the place. Some really nice baking spices. But it's got a really nice, beautiful sweetness about it. It's sweet all over the place. Sweet honey. But it's a dark honey. Everything's dark. Wow. Dark honey, toffee, caramel, dark vanilla. All that sweetness must be coming for the toffee and the vanilla and the honey. Wow, but there's a really nice orange note. But everything's dark. It's like it could even be a blood orange. Just darkness. This bottle, guys, just to let you know the numbers of it, I think there was 3,500 cases. So there's quite a bit of it. and I do believe it is going worldwide. Couple of prices I've got, it's kind of round about the £55 to £60 mark here in the UK, but I've got a price for the UK, for the US. I think the price is round about the $72 mark in the US. So I don't know how that fits into kind of 10-year-old cask strength whiskies. It's a decent price here, $55 to £60. Awesome value. Just as I've got that lid off, guys, now that chocolate, the aroma is just awesome. Very, very raisin. Real big raisin note, big chocolate note. And there's a real nice, some soft spices. But it's sweet again, it's that sweet honey. But, wow. It just sets you up beautifully to taste it. So that's exactly what I'm going to do, guys. So, slanch. My God. What a whiskey. Okay, guys. It's powerful. It's intense. I'm not sure if I mentioned its natural presentation, natural colour. Non-chill filtered. But it's a whopping 58.2% ABV. You can taste that on the palate. Just to give you an idea, the batch 1 was... Where are we? Batch 1 was 57.1. Wow. I know another sherry dram that was bottled at 57.1. And then batch 2 was bottled at a little bit less at 54.8. So this has jumped back up now to 58.2. You get every bit of that on the palate. It's mouth coating. There's a real dryness on arrival. It just sucks all the saliva out of your mouth. Coats your teeth. It's dry, a little bit woody. Very spicy. Powerful, intense arrival. As it heads into development, all those dark stuff comes in. There's some dried fruits, dark fruits, plums, black cherry maybe, black grape. Still spicy, those bacon spices there, but I think they're a little bit hotter than they are on the nose. They're more prominent on the palate. It's super spicy. It's even bordering on the kind of peppery. It's got maybe a nice little bit of chili heat from it. Really nice. But then comes those dark chocolates, raisins, honey. It's very sticky. Let me just try a little sip more of this, guys. Just let me get a second sip. That second sip is just as intense, just as powerful. It's getting sweeter as you get into it more. It's really sweet. That sweet honey, that sticky kind of orange is almost like it's like a sticky marmalade, maybe a jam, plum jam, marmalade jam, something like that. And sticky marmalade, real nice, still spicy throughout. But there's a big treacle. It's the toffee's thick. Treacle, toffee, vanilla, it's all very dark and thick and sticky. What a whiskey, man. This is just incredible stuff. But the chocolate's prominent, the raisin's prominent. There's now coming in, there's a little bit of nut coming in. And I say we have a chocolate bar here in the UK, but it's a milk chocolate bar. This is a more dark chocolate. It's called fruit and nut. So it's got a little bit of that. If you change the chocolate to dark and mix the raisins and the nuts, it'd be like a dark version of that fruit and nut bar. I hope that makes sense. But it's dark chocolate all over the place. Absolutely wonderful stuff. It's powerful, it's intense. Glenallachie just they never cease to amaze me at the minute. Everything that's coming out of there that I'm tasting is incredible stuff. This is no mean feat. I know I did review the batch 1. This is much better than the batch 1. It's heading down my street where it's got a big sherry influence. Lots of sherry, that sweetness. It's just a super dram and it's powerful. This, I think, I'm not going to try it with water at the minute. I have had a couple with water. It just makes it a little bit sweeter with water. Takes a little bit of the ABV away, so it's a little bit easier to sip. But if you like your cask strength whiskies, guys, this is incredible value at kind of 50 to £55 mark. 10 years, super stuff. But score wise, guys, this is where I'm going to get, I found a wee bit difficult. When I came to do a score, I couldn't really find a score, because the more I was sipping this, it just reminded me of something else, which I couldn't believe how similar they were, right? So I'm going to bring this one in. It's been sitting for probably for about an hour. But if you look at that one, you can see the difference there. Look how dark that one there is. So this one I've just recently reviewed this as well, probably 5 or 6 reviews back. But they're so similar. But this one is the Edredeur 10. So they're both 10-year-olds. Granted, this one's not cask strength, but look at it again, the colour's just incredible. So when I was actually going through these and taking some notes and tasting them, they were just so similar. This one, again, obviously it's not as high ABV, but everything was there. It was nutty. This was a little bit damper and a little bit the Edredeur characters in this one and the Glenallachie characters in that one. So that's a big difference straight away. But other than that, there's lots of dark fruits, lots of dark chocolate. It's nutty. This is a little bit nuttier. This has got a little bit more of that kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? I hate to call it an Edredeur funk, because I think it's a Springbank funk, but this is a little bit funkier. More kind of garage mechanic overalls, that kind of smell. If a mechanic walked into the room, you took your overalls off, it's that kind of, is a little bit damper. This, the Glenallachie, is just a little bit sweeter all over. This is a little bit, but they're both super powerful. Let me just have a little sip of this while I'm here. Hate to see it just sitting there going to waste. Wow. The Edredeur at the 46% is a little bit easier. So the cask strength Glenallachie, if you like that power and that intensity, it's absolutely fantastic stuff. So when I came to score them, I'm thinking of a score, and I'm thinking back in what I've scored before. I scored this a 94 out of 100. And I was contemplating what would I score this one, right? So I'm looking to try and... They're very similar. Difference is cask strength. That's probably the main difference. Score-wise, I'm going to score both of them 94. I thought I scored this a 94, but I'm going to do the same with the Glenallachie. But the difference with the Glenallachie, and I think why it might just nick it overall, is because I think it's a little bit easier to get a hold of. I think this Edredeur, because it's such a small distillery, there's very limited numbers of this, so you need to get all over this pretty quickly. It's around the £55 mark as well, so money-wise they're very similar. But this goes very quickly, whereas I think with the Glenallachie there's more of it around. So just purely on availability, I think the Glenallachie is probably just nicks it. Whiskey wise, they're both neck and neck. I'm really finding it difficult to separate them on their merits. But on the merit of the whiskey, they're both 94s. But I'm loving the fact that if I want to go out now, and to give you an idea, guys, I was sitting around today having a couple of drams of this, and before I knew it, I found myself on ordering another bottle of it. So I've got another bottle on its way. So that for me is what it's all about. So both 94s, both fantastic whiskies, both got sherry all over them, dark chocolates, nuts, treacle, toffees, really sweet. The Edredeur's a little bit darker and a little bit damper. The Glenallachie is just super sweet on the palate. That's sweet toffees, sweet honeys, sweet vanillas, treacle, all the kind of sticky stuff. Really sweet dark chocolate. It's not in the slightest bit bitter. It's just real nice stuff. So that's me done another video, guys. But just before I go, I just want to have a quick mention. You've probably realised that I haven't done my usual kind of housekeeping today. Recently we've just hit the 2,000 subscribers, so a big thank you to everybody who subscribed. What's going on with everybody who hasn't subscribed? So I'll just do a quick bit of housekeeping before I finish off. If you're a returning subscriber, then thank you very much and welcome back. If you've so happened to pop in for the first time and whiskey's your thing, then you've landed on the right channel. You may want to consider clicking that button down below. Just a friendly reminder from me to these guys, it doesn't cost you anything. It's completely free. You're helping the channel massively on its way to the magical 3K. Been looking forward to doing that one. Don't forget to click the bell to be kept up to date with future notifications, live streams, new videos, all that kind of jazz. You can catch us on all the usual social media platforms. You can catch us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Again, we've relaunched Patreon. Feel free to pop over, have a look at the Patreon page, guys. If you feel you'd like to support the channel, all support is welcome. And any support that comes from Patreon just goes straight back into buying this whiskey. So if you fancy having a look, guys, check us out. But that's pretty much me. I'm loving this. I know I've got a couple of bits of sherry whiskey to finish here now. So I know I'm going to spend the next 10 minutes just kind of whizzing through these. But until the next time, guys, I'm Alan. And as always, the pleasure is in the sharing. And I'll see you all very, very soon. Cheers now. Bye-bye.